know, just mine and mine. Going on the scenery, bitches drinking beer with me to make her sit close. You know the fear of me, but no, I'm not the one to trip. I got banana clips, right under my knuckle, down to make another buckle. I tussle.
Hiya! Welcome! What we've got here is something a bit special. In fact, a lot special, pertaining to my Funko Pop collection. Because this is a pop that I've been wanting. I've not been actively chasing it, no pun intended, but I've been wanting it and keeping my eye on it for over a year now. As far as Grails go, yes, it's that G word again. Calm down, Leroy. This was kind of number one, and I've finally got it. Some of you will know what this is. The price I paid, it's the most I've spent on a pop. I won an auction on eBay. It was £62 I won it for, and then another £2.90 in postage. So essentially just under £65 all in. A lot of money for a vinyl figurine, but I'm so happy to have this. So instead of me just standing here singing the praises of my spending ability, I need to get my trusty yellow-handled knife. It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's some good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figured? And now, let us have a song. Woo! I'm hoping this has come packaged well. It's one that's going to be out of box, but I would like the box to be in really good condition. As I say, £62 I won this auction for. That was only 10 pence, 10 pennies under my maximum bid as well. So I probably got a little bit lucky, if you can call spending all that sort of money on a doll all at once lucky. Packaging wise, it's come wrapped in bubble wrap. Excellent. Looks quite a thick wrapping as well. Now then, the pop has also come in a pop protector, which I'm pleased about. So there's that extra level of protection. I won't be using the pop protector because, like I say, this one will be coming out of box. Even though most people, I think, upon getting this would leave it in box and would possibly even put it in a hard stack. Yes, hard stack, another one of Frampton's favourite phrases of recent times. But what have we got? This is now my most valuable pop, certainly the one I've paid the most for in my collection. It is... finally, hallelujah, woo! It's Rey Mysterio! The common Rey Mysterio. I don't like calling this one the common Rey, because a common pop should not cost this sort of money. The cheapest buy it now Rey Mysterio, the same variant as this one, I've ever seen was £75 a few months ago. There's a few that have come up for auction, but this is one that I just particularly kept my eye on, and the price I got it for, about £10 less than I think the minimum what a lot of people have been paying for it. You know, I think that is good ultimately. Wow, amazing. This looks like a brand new pop protector as well, because you can still see the cellophane on it. I'll have a proper look at the box in a minute. As you can see, it looks a little bit on the tatty side. That's kind of to be expected when a pop's this old, but I'm so happy to have got this. Number 6 in the Pop WWE line, Rey Mysterio. I've been wanting him for well over a year, because it was over a year ago I decided I was collecting the WCW wrestlers initially, before I started collecting all the rest of the WWE range. And Rey Mysterio, of course, he made his name in ECW really in America, but he made his name in a more mainstream sense in World Championship Wrestling. Let's get it out of the pop protector to start with. I'm going to have a closer look at this box. Yeah, so as I said before, a little bit dog-eared there, and some slight creasing. But overall, for its age, getting on for I think 7 years old, not a bad box at all. I'd rate this as good to very good myself. Just really happy to have this figure finally at probably about as cheap as I'll ever get it. The other ones on the range, I did discuss these in my previous unboxing of Sheamus, and there he is there at number 4. I've got a re-release version of John Cena. CM Punk, I would love to get that pop, but that one is even more of an expensive grail than Rey Mysterio, although Rey Mysterio, he's been number one on my wants list now for a long time. The Rock, I have a later revision of The Rock. I have that Stone Cold Steve Austin, number 5, and of course now I can add Rey Mysterio to my collection. Finally, we've got to get him out. Here he comes. Oh dear, I need to be careful. This is just the most expensive toy I've ever got. But wow, he looks amazing. What an awesome figure. I mean, you have a Grail in mind, a pop that you really want, but it's really expensive or very rare, or often both. And it kind of maybe doesn't live up to the hype if you actually manage to get it, but I think this one does, because he just looks absolutely cool and like no other pop that I've got in my collection, certainly. You could argue that the other variants, which are the 7-11 variant, and there is another one, I can't remember what that was an exclusive to. You could argue that they're better simply because they're even more rare and even more expensive than this. But if you're going to have one Rey Mysterio pop, I didn't care which one I got as long as it was for a relatively decent price. And this one was the likely candidate, and with his blue and red mask with little silver bits, silver trim and outline, I think this is wonderful. We've got, I think that might be like an Aztec style symbol on the back. Something maybe quite common in Mexico. For an old pop, I think they've done a pretty good job on his tattoos, or at least the tattoos that he had back in 2013, as he's got his Mexican tattoo across his midriff, their sort of wings on his pectorals, and a cross down the front of his chest. He's also got tattoos on the back and on his arms. So some lovely detail. He's got blue elbow pads, black gloves, blue trousers with the red 619 motif. And on that side you just see it says Rey, just under where his fist is. And black wrestling boots. Absolutely marvellous. Love it. Instantly one of my favourite pops. Stands need to be, given that it is my most expensive one. I'm going to keep the box nice, but Rey Mysterio, he's got to stay out of his box and go in. I've made a space for him with a lot of his WCW alum there in that middle cabinet there. I am absolutely overjoyed to have got this Funko Pop. Finally. Yay! So thank you everybody for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this absolutely top level Grail unboxing, and I'm going to have to stop saying the word Grail now because I'll be beating Leroy Screwball's record, although let's face it, he was the one who came up with the motto, any sales are Grail. Thank you to all my subscribers, thank you to all my patrons. If you would like discounts on Funko Pop protectors from All Things Vinyl and Funko Pops and other figures themselves from Hull Pops and Culture Freak, then please see my referral links down in the description. I'm going to go now and put the long vaulted, long sought after Rey Mysterio, WCW and WWE legend, into his rightful home, a cabinet with some of his fellow wrestling legends. And I do hope that all of you will join me next time for my next Funko Pop unboxing. Cheers everyone.